Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. The message I heard is to my man, thank you to my man. The scripture comes from Daniel 9 and 15. And now, O Lord our God, that has brought thy people forth out of the land of Egypt with a mighty hand and has gotten thee renown, as at this day we have sinned, we have done wicked. Baby, God said somebody is sitting up here getting excited about a man that don't even belong to them. And it's like the way that you get them is how you lose them. This somebody that took a man from somebody else and they sitting up here all excited and thinking everything all good. That man gonna do them the same way they did the other woman. And that's just what it is. God said for some of y'all, it's a situation where this woman thinking that this man, he finna treat her so good and he finna do all these things, but she don't realize how bad he treated you. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you hear the stories about the ex and the man make it seem like the ex was just so terrible and she was so awful. And he just had to go away kicking and running and screaming. And you don't even realize that woman was trying to get away from him. Baby, you don't even realize that that woman had to, baby, barely left with her life. Barely got away unscathed. And this man sitting up here trying to make it seem like she was crazy and she did this and she was just such a terrible person. God said, in reality, it was him the whole time. But when you know you did right and you know you're not doing nothing wrong, you know you didn't do no wrong, it's not going to be a situation where you see them and they posting pictures and they doing this and they doing that. They, you know what I'm saying, trying to make you mad, messaging you, harassing you, trying to make you think that they just got it so good. But in reality, everything will come crashing down if they the same person. And that's just what it is. And when you have God in your heart, it's not a situation where you want everything to be bad for somebody. You don't just want them to be down and out. You don't want everything to fall apart and crumble for them. But in reality, I just feel like that's why you have to have God in your heart and know that God will seek vengeance for you. Because it could be a situation, maybe somebody did decide to repent and turn around. And if they did, let it be well with them. However, if it's a situation where they doing something shady, come on now. We know how that's going to end. You don't have to worry and stress yourself and think, oh no, they did this, that, and the third, and they did this. And now God said, you know him better than that now. You know him better than that. You know him better than that. And that's the message. God said you know him better than that. And God says sometimes people be lying. But I feel like for somebody, it's a situation where in reality, you shouldn't be like, don't stress yourself and worry yourself about what somebody else is doing because you ain't doing nothing. It's like you really causing a lot of stress for yourself and what God doing for you, because what that person want may not even be what you want. Like, you know what I'm saying? That would be like, let's say, you and your ex break up, y'all have a terrible breakup, and they all of a sudden in a relationship with somebody else out of nowhere. God said 9 out of 10 they was cheating on you, first of all. Second of all, you don't need to jump in no new relationship. Nobody does, because you have to heal from the last one first. If you didn't jump into a new relationship already, you were already checked out of the last one. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why you broke up. It's probably why it fell apart. If you know what I'm saying, you can't have your energy at two places at one time. And that's why a lot of relationships crumble, because somebody checks out of it. But anyways, I just feel like when it come down to it, God is saying it can feel a little emotional because it could be a situation where you literally were trying to give somebody something and they went and gave it to somebody else. But God said, what can you do? Like, if that person did that, in reality, they never wanted you to begin with. Why would they do that? You know what I'm saying? They never wanted you. They didn't want to be with you. They wanted to be with that other person. And why should you carry on in a relationship with somebody that don't really love you, don't really like you, ain't even attracted to you? For some of y'all, they not even attracted to you. And it's not to say that you look bad or that you ugly. They not attracted to you. And that's okay if they not attracted to you. You should be with somebody that is. Anyways, y'all, that's the message. God said, don't fret, don't stress, don't worry, regardless to what happens. You know what I'm saying? If that person did you bad, they did you wrong, and they were like, guess what? God is going to get them for what they did, regardless if it happened right now or if it's later on down the line. Just like in Where the Heart Is, that man left her at a Walmart with one shoe, $20, and a camera he threw out the car, and went on to be have his music on the radio, but he still went through it. He still ended up receiving his judgment for what he did to her. So it's not to say that everything is just going to be, you know what I'm saying? But don't pay attention to what your enemies got going on. Don't pay attention to what wicked people got going on. Don't stress yourself. Don't sit around, you know what I'm saying, listening to videos, even trying to figure out what's going to happen to them. Because you never know if you listen to somebody that's really sent by God. If you listen to somebody that's sent by the devil, they going to make it seem like the mistress is the one that got did wrong in this situation and that you had her man. They gonna make it seem like he was trapped and captured somewhere and held against his will, and you had to come and rescue them. And in reality, if they wanted to go, they could have just left willingly. They could have been honest and said they didn't want to be with you. They could have been real and said they really wanted to be with somebody else. Like, this is somebody that was playing games, playing tricks. They used you. And you know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, you listen to the wrong person, or you rocking with you will start to think, am I tripping? You are not tripping for somebody approaching you saying they want to be in a relationship with you, starting a relationship with you, and acting as if they so in love with you, and you act accordingly. How are you wrong? They went out and cheated on you. How are you wrong? You are not the one that's in the wrong if somebody cheated on you. And the person they cheated on you with is not in the right if they take your man. And it's not going to be a situation where they not going to get no just due for what they did, because what goes around comes around. Period. God said he got them for that. They ain't finna get away with that. Regardless if they live a life of misery, constantly watching you and trying to see what you doing. They constantly nervous you finna come back and take that man back. They constantly worried about this, that. Baby, God said this, for some of these people, they ain't gonna have no rest. And God said for somebody, you pregnant. And that's not for everybody. Because for some of y'all, it could be a situation where this person is pregnant. They could have, you know what I'm saying, cheated on you, got somebody else pregnant, and ran off into the sunset. But God said, don't worry about that. Don't stress yourself. And you know what I'm saying? Don't worry and stress yourself when I just feel like sometimes this is somebody that you know you didn't do nothing wrong. And it's like mentally you are being attacked. God said, you know you didn't do nothing wrong. Just listen to like, you weren't trying to take nobody, man. You weren't trying to mess up nobody's relationship. You were literally just trying to maintain it's nothing wrong with that. You ain't do no, you know what I'm saying? You put no witchcraft on nobody. You ain't do no spells on, you ain't put no love spells on this man. You ain't beg this man to be with you. You ain't go out your way to get this man attention or nothing like that. You ain't stalk this man, harass this man. God said, you know you ain't do nothing wrong. So why are you stressed? Why are you worried? Why are you sad? Why are you burdened? God said, if anything, you should feel like a weight was lifted off your shoulders, and you should feel pity and sadness for whoever this person is, because 9 out of 10, if that man is the same man, he may make it seem like he doing all this and he got all this going on, but is that what he did to you? Ain't that the usual thing? A man come in with love bombing and he's showering her with love. He got all these gifts and he's got all this stuff going on. And then bam, out of nowhere, he is putting on burden after burden after burden until she is so filled. Like, that's the kind of vibe I feel. God said that person is the same. They still got that demon in them. How is it possible that they in a happily ever after with somebody else while simultaneously trying to take your life? How everything looking up for them, but they trying to attack you, trying to fight you, messing up your property and trying to destroy everything you have going on. The only reason somebody gonna do stuff like this is when they have nothing, when they have nothing going on. People that have things going on are not trying to tear down other people. But people that don't have nothing going for them, they want to try to attack somebody else. But God said for whoever this is for, in reality, for some of y'all, the thing that this person is trying to dangle in your face like a blessing is actually a curse. For some of them, they signed up to be in slavery for life, to try to stunt on you. And in reality, had they treated you right, they wouldn't have had to do that. Had they treated you right, they wouldn't even have to live that way. This somebody, they didn't sign their soul over to the devil just so that they could try to look good and dangle a carrot. God said, God don't bless mess. So it's not going to be a situation where somebody is ramping and raving, trying to take somebody's life, trying to hurt somebody, trying to destroy their property while simultaneously God blessing them. Come on now. We know the devil give blessings too. The devil give blessings too, but the devil blessings come with evil attachments to it. The devil blessings come with curses attached to it. The devil blessings come with spirits, demons, and all kind of entities harassing people attached to it. God said, don't stress yourself about what wicked people are doing. And instead, look to what God said he got for you. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.